Independent candidate for governor Rick Bennett announced his energy policy today. He listed 4 main points during a stop at Robbins Lumber in Searsmont. His first priority is to right-size utility profits to lower delivery costs. He wants to lower energy costs for manufacturers and Maine's heritage industries. Bennett says he also wants to prioritize conserving energy and creating efficiency and create a new Maine generation power authority to power Maine's future. Bennett says making these 4 things a priority will help make Maine more affordable and allow people to stay in Maine.
When families can afford to stay, employers can hire. When young Mainers see a path to building a life here, they do. When heritage industries like forest products can compete on cost, they keep working families employed for generations, just like Robbins Lumber has done for 140 years. And when we grow our economy by building what makes Maine distinctive, clean water and working forests, heritage industries with real staying power, innovation that creates tomorrow's jobs, we give people every reason to put down roots and stay.
Bennett also commented on a website created by the Maine Democratic Party, criticizing his record in the Maine legislature, where he was a registered Republican until last summer, as well as voting for Donald Trump as the 2nd Congressional District's Electoral College representative in 2016. Bennett said he is more focused on policy than fighting with people and did not say if he still backs the president.